In this video we will study about the subtraction of vectors. Subtraction of vector is just like addition of vectors, but in this case what we will do, we will subtract two vectors. Let's have a look how to do this. Let us consider A and B are two vectors, and just like in vector addition we solve by triangle of vector addition. The rule is same when we are talking about the vectors. The general rule is when we join the tail of second to the head of first, just like as we have done in the previous video. So we have arranged A vector, let this name is OP and Q. So A vector and B vector. Now we need to find out A minus B. So negative of B vector will be having magnitude same and direction opposite to B. So this will be minus B, right? And we also know that this angle is theta. So this angle will be 180 minus theta. And if this is A, this is also A vector. So according to, if now we apply the triangle of vector addition, in that case the third side taken in opposite order, this one is representing the resultant of A and minus B. Let me name it as S. So in triangle OPS, right, OS vector is equal to OP vector plus PS vector. So that is equal to A vector plus minus B vector, or this is A minus B vector, right? And if we follow the triangle law to find out the resultant, in that case R is equal to root of A square plus B square plus 2AB, but cos is what? The angle is 180 minus theta between these two, so that is equal to cos of 180 minus theta. So accordingly R is root of A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta. So similarly we can find out the direction tangent beta as just like we have find out, that was B sin theta in that case. So B sin 180 minus theta upon A plus B cos theta. So A plus B cos of 180 minus theta, right? And similarly we can find this result by parallelogram law of vector addition. If we create a parallelogram, then the diagonal will represent the direction and magnitude of the resultant. So answer will be same in both sides. If we talk about the example, for example, if we throw a ball over a wall, right? So in that case, let the initial momentum is P1 and finally it will reflect it back. The final momentum is P2. In that case, the change in momentum delta P is represented by P2 minus P1. And there are many more cases in which we can use the subtraction of vectors. So one of the example I will discuss. This is the case in which suppose a particle is moving in the northward direction, and after moving a certain distance it suddenly changes its direction and moves to the east. Now the situation is this, and we need to apply the subtraction of vector principle to find out the resultant velocity or to find out the change in velocity. So for that what we will do, we will extend this and let this is minus V1, right, and let this is OA, this is B and this is C. In that case this minus V1 and V2 is having a resultant which is gives you the change in velocity actually. So that velocity can be calculated by delta V is equal to V2 minus V1, as I have already discussed. That change in velocity is given by V2 minus V1, or in that case we can find out, if we want to find out the resultant, that is given by delta V magnitude is equal to root of V1 square plus V2 square plus 2V1 V2 into cos of, in the angle between them is cos of 90 degree. Cos of 90 degree, that is equal to 0. Also V1 is equal to V2. So delta V is equal to root of V square plus V square is equal to 2 root 2V, right, or V root 2. It's fine. And now if we want to find out the direction, let this is the angle beta which is made by this change in velocity. So that can be calculated by tangent of beta, which is equal to perpendicular upon base. So perpendicular is here V1 upon V2. V1 by V2 which is equal to V by V which is equal to 1, and we know that the tangent beta is equal to 1 when beta is equal to 45 degree. It means that particle will move with the resultant velocity in the south east direction.